Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended, and I want to show you a quick little trick how to solo and cheese the Megapithicus boss. It's a really super easy strategy actually. You only need a shotgun and a Procoptodon, and then obviously something to keep you alive in the actual boss arena. I highly recommend using fur, and then you can see I've got some of the actual things in the lower right of my screen with increased healing, increased stamina, and then increased hypothermic insulation, and that's what we're going for in order to survive this boss fight. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it. It's basically just a place that you can go and cheese the entire fight without having to fight or risk losing anything, and you can do this solo pretty easily on any difficulty. Yes, I'm doing it in Gamma just to show you an example, but you can do this on any difficulty because of the cheese that it allows. Now, the more people you have, the easier it's going to be, but you can do this very easily. Now, what you're going to do is pretty simple. You're just going to go into the boss fight and then use the Procoptodon to hop to the area that you need to go. You just need to know where that is. Pretty simple, right? Now, if you don't mind, smash that like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm, and consider subbing the channel. It really does help out a ton. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. It's pretty simple. We're just going to pull him first. Now, if you don't mind subbing the channel, right, it's free. It costs you nothing. You just have to click a button, and then, yeah, that would be super cool because I'm so close to 100K, and that's what I've been going for all along. Don't get hit by that. You will get immediately annihilated. You want to pull him outside of his comfort zone up there, and then we're going to launch ourselves up into the highest point that we can get to, right? Now, see how I'm up here and I'm kind of hovering on an invisible fence? You can literally just rain down on him. You just have to find the right angle. Now, you can also, if you don't feel comfortable where I am, you can also get up even higher and then just use this little wall as your kind of movement zone. And then see, I've kind of dropped into like a little platform zone right here. There's nothing he can do to actually hit me up here. And you can kind of keep hopping to get yourself more and more comfortable. But you're going to use this wall essentially. This one that I'm kind of like jumping around. Notice how I just don't like, I'm being very careful, but it's like, it doesn't matter too much because of the fact that you can just super easily get up to this zone. I'm just going to go one more time up. Really? You're not going to let me? There we go. Okay. But you can see my point. You can pretty much use everything on this side over here in order to... Oh, they caught me. Nice. Good for you guys. Okay, so if they do catch you, you don't really need to worry too much because the Procoptodon can literally outrun everything. You're just going to go ahead and go back to the inside over here because he's stuck back on the inside. The other way you can do this is pretty simple. So if he's stuck on the inside and you're not comfortable with it, just jump up to the wall, right? And then, boom, we land and we're good to go. Now, he can't hit you with a rock up here, and just take your time, go nice and slow, and you just want to move to the point so you can actually do this. Now, what you can do is if you kind of lean your way into this, you can actually just jump off, and make sure your tame is on passive, and that's a big factor right there, right? You want him on passive, and then you can just sit over here and then shoot him because he gets stuck in the corner right there. So you just use this wall, and that's all you got to do. Don't get hit by that rock, and you can just take a step back. He's just going to continue to try and hit you, even though he can't, right? And that's all he's going to do. He's literally just going to sit here the entire time and just let you annihilate him with your shots. Now, the cool thing is he just sits there. This doesn't need to be just this specific spot, by the way. You can use any spot on this entire wall, and it does the same exact thing. Now, notice how he can't even call in his little things. If you don't kill them, he won't call in more. So just aim for his back, and you can see that it's literally as easy as that. There's nothing too difficult or special about this. We're just going to sit here and then rain down on him. Now, my Procoptodon's nice and safe up there. There's like a little mini wall that you can't get through that you kind of see I'm stuck at, but I can still shoot through it. So, yeah, this is the cheese method for sure. But there's literally nothing that he can do, right? So he's just, yeah, he's big unlucky. And that's it. We just sit here, and yes, it takes some time because our shotgun is going to take some time to actually get this to happen. But if you can get, like, I mean, honestly, I think I've seen up to like 10, 15 people up on this wall before, which is kind of funny. I guess 10 technically, but on unofficial networks, you can get this the thing changed. So you get like a massive number of people into this boss fight. So that's all you got to do. It's literally this easy. Now, I've also seen people go to the other side, over on the other side of this little balcony. I'll go into GCM once I actually kill him. And you can see what I mean by that. But because he still thinks that we're down low and he's trying to attack us, he's going to sit there patiently the entire time and just let us do this. Again, this is on any difficulty. This is not just Gamma. You can do this on Alpha as well, as long as you have a good enough shotgun and enough people, probably, because Alpha can be a little bit more difficult. But you have enough time, if you've got a really good shotgun, to just sit and do this. And yeah, that's it, right? So once he's dead, I'll go and show you what I mean. Oh my god, I forgot how long he takes to kill because he has so much freaking health. It's not like the spider, which has the increased damage that it takes from shotguns. You have to actually pay attention and sit here and shoot him. But the benefit is he just sits and continues to pound the one spot. But again, like I said, it doesn't matter where you hit the wall. You just want to make sure you're up on the wall itself. He should be just about dead, right? There we go. All right, so now I'm going to go into GCM so you can see what I mean by you can land anywhere on this wall, right? So I can land over here. This is one of my favorite spots to land because you can just sit and move around, whereas the lower spots, you kind of get stuck by walls. You can land over here, and this is a fine one, but sometimes he'll spawn the monkeys behind you. So what I like to do is I like to kind of pin myself over in this corner, so when he does spawn them, they kind of spawn nowhere nearby, and that's a good one. You can technically get over into this lip. I've done it once or twice. It's doable, but there's like a little fake wall there. But literally just using this entire wall right here is the best way to do it. You're just going to wait for him and kind of get up to the points. Now, you can also, if you get him outside of the little his comfortable arena, you can land up in this zone right here. You've kind of just got to find your like jump point to get there. See how I've kind of like gotten around this mini wall right here? You can sit up in here and just rain hell down on him because there's a wall in front of you technically that he can't get up to. So that's a super useful thing. You can see I'm hitting the wall right there, right? And again, make sure you hop off because they drop the supply crate out here. And just so you can see that, there's the element in the Megapithicus trophy. And yeah, so that's one of the best ways to do it. Now, some people have tried to get up on this lip, but because there's a wall right there, you can't actually do it. So the only one you can do it to is the wall in the middle right here. I've seen people get up here. It's a little bit more difficult, obviously, because you have to aim and know exactly what you're doing and then look down. But again, using that wall that I was up on top of, that's all you have to do in order to cheese that entire boss fight. And super simple. You can do it on alpha difficulty, gamma, whatever, and you can have as many people as you want in there because as long as they have Procoptodons, they just hop up and then there's literally nothing that matters at that point in time. Super, super simple. Just make sure that I think the most dangerous thing is when people freak out and they're like, oh, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Like when I got caught by those gorillas, right? You just got to back up, move around, and then jump back up on the wall. Now, it's possible for him to knock you off and possible that sometimes something will spawn up there. So just make sure you're careful. Make sure you have some of those med brews and the healing potions, like I said, and that helps a ton. So I hope this video helps you out. And if you don't mind, smash that like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm, and then consider subbing the channel. That helps out a ton. All right, Teach out.